Shalom, shalom. First off, I want to start by giving all the glory, infinite praise, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Bahakadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutation to the hopeful elect that is out there pushing the truth in all sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, giving diligence to make their calling of election sure. Shalom. This is your brother Hashah from the Great Millstone Savannah Camp. Coming back in the spirit with another lesson. Lord willing, I pray and hope that it is edifying and exhorting. All right, and I just wanted to do this lesson, pertaining to this video that I seen, about, basically, the, so-called black Scottish content creators going viral. All right, and basically the people or the so-called Negroes here in America are just, I guess, finding out about, black, so-called black Scottish people. All right, but this is a part of the scripture. This is a part of prophecy. All right, and our people are everywhere. Okay, and not only that, the man who they called, Jesus Christ, he was a so-called black man. All right, King James, who commissioned the Bible to be translated from Hebrew and Greek into English. He was also a so-called black man. All right, and he was um the first king to rule Scotland and Ireland, all right, and as well as England. Okay, so these people just now finding out about the the black Scottish population. It's it just goes to show you, I guess, how lost the sheep of the house of Israel are. Okay, so I'm gonna let this video play, and
Do y'all have
TikTok is full of black Scottish people. And I'm not saying I didn't know y'all didn't exist. I just didn't know that y'all existed. What are y'all doing over there? I guess it's like the new way of having a pen pal. What y'all eat? What y'all eat over there? What's going on? What y'all doing? TikTok is.
I got a few questions. Number one, what type of food do y'all got over there? Y'all got like black owned restaurants? Do y'all got black owned businesses? Number two, what the housing market over there looking like? I'm in the United States military, so I got a VA loan. Can I use my VA loan over there? Number three, what is the dating scene over there like? Do y'all have y'all own Michael Jordan? Who's your LeBron? What the swag over there like? Like what's that drip? What how y'all dressing over there? What is the club scene like? Do y'all line dance? Y'all like the
TikTok.
Yeah, what is it with all these Americans just finding out about black Scottish content creators? This is genuine real. Like, I feel so special right now. I'm looking through some of my comments and some of them are typing, but y'all exist. And I'm just like, aye, we do. There's black cunts in Scotland, mate. Just normal cunts like me and you. Like, I'm flicking through some of my comments and some of them are still typing, like, y'all are rare gemstones. And it's like, it's weird because like when I'm reading the comments, I can actually hear myself in an American accent. It's fucking weird. But aye, there is black cunts in Scotland and we do exist, so yeah.
Guys, the entertainment on that last post in the last 24 hours has been crazy. But welcome to Black Scottish TikTok. I'm a slow down so that y'all can understand me. My new transatlantic followers are having a hard time following along, at least that's what they're saying in the comments. So, let me answer some frequently asked questions. I'm gonna accept Black Jamie. I've never actually seen Outlander. Don't cancel me for that. But if Book Talk decide I'm Black Jamie, the film rights, the book deals, I'll take them all. One thing I will ask, if you're looking for audiobooks, I'll read any story for the right price.
Friend was saying that Americans have found Scottish black people, and then I look at my comments and they're literally flooding my comments about talking about we found you. Girl, I've been here. We've been.
yeah. So this is all biblical prophecy playing out before our eyes, and it's it's just comical. But nevertheless, yeah, that's a lot here. Biblical prophecy is playing out, man. All right, this is Deuteronomy 28:64, it says, "And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even to the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even of wood and stone." Okay? So the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the world, it ain't called God of Jesus Christ. All right. Made a covenant with the children of Israel, all right, thousands of years ago. Okay, a blood covenant. All right, and we agreed. All right, Moses, went to get the commandments. Okay, and he said, well, this is the contract that we're making with the Lord, and the Israelites all agreed that they would do them. Okay, so now of course we're under the law of grace, the law of faith here in these times, but the Lord has indeed scattered us among all nations because we broke of that covenant. All right, and we couldn't keep that covenant under the flesh, the law of the flesh, and the law of Moses. Okay, so the Lord has scattered us, man. Okay, and we are yet this day in our captivity. Let's get that in Baruch. Okay, um, you know, Baruch 3 and verse 8. It says, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us, for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquity of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power." Okay, so the Lord has scattered us, all right, from one end of the earth, and we are yet this day in our captivity, subject unto payments. All right, meaning that wherever you go, you gotta, pay taxes. Okay, you're basically paying taxes. If you're in Ireland, or you're in America, or you're in Jamaica, all right, or you're in Mexico, or you're in South America, you're paying taxes. You're subject unto payments. Okay, and if you don't have to, maybe your country doesn't have a real tax system, you still have to pay for food and water, right? Which is really a natural right, all right, that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai gave us. Okay, and the scripture speaks about that. The scripture speaks about how now we have to buy wood, now we have to buy water, all these things were, freely given. Earth was made for you to, just live. All right, but now you have to pay to live. All right, but you have to pay to survive in these different societies. Okay, but these are the curses. All right, these are the curses. Let's get that. I wanted to get Diaspora. All right, because yep, this is it right here. This is James 1:1. It says, "James, a servant of Yahweh and of the Lord Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, to the 12 tribes of Israel who are scattered abroad, greeting." Okay, so James was writing a letter to who? To the 12 tribes. Okay, who the Bible is about exclusively. And it said that these 12 tribes would be what? Scattered abroad. Okay, and when you go into this word scattered, you get the word in Greek, diaspora. Okay, which means a scattering. All right, now let's get that word diaspora. All right, you should just look it up. Okay, it says the dispersion or spread of people from their original homeland. Okay, we don't have a homeland. Okay, that was part of the curses of Deuteronomy. All right, Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Right, it says, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way thereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again." All right. meaning that we would see our land no more again. All right, and we haven't been back as a whole nation to the land of Israel. Okay, our true homeland. All right, where we're truly from. All right. It says, "And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you," meaning no man shall redeem you. Okay, and we know that Yahweh Shai was the redeemer. Okay, um, back into this word diaspora. Okay, and the biggest so-called diaspora, or the biggest diaspora, was out of Africa. Okay, um, not only were we shipped to America, all right, to South America, to Central America, but also to Europe. Okay, and you have so-called Negroes in Scotland and England and Ireland. All right, and even before the diaspora, you had Negroes in Asia. All right, in Europe, ruling in Europe. All right, under the Byzantine Empire. Okay, so we have been scattered, man. All right, we're literally all over the world. Okay, in all different shapes, sizes, and colors. Okay, that's why the scripture speaks about judging not the outward but the inward. Okay, because you're gonna have people who look like the other nations, who sound like the other nations, who act like the other nations. This is why the scriptures called them Gentiles, right? Whom Paul was sent to. Okay, so when you go into this scattering, right? It says of Israelites dispersed among foreign nations. Okay, and people look at Ireland as a foreign nation, but really Ireland and Scotland were originally black lands. They were originally ruled by so-called black men. Okay, black men and women. Okay, and now they're predominantly Edomite Edomite countries. All right, but we are there. Okay, and serving out captivity. So this is it's comical to see. All right, it's funny to see, right? That we are everywhere, man, and people are just now starting to find it out, or maybe the internet is this is what the spirit of the internet is on. Um, but hey, through the the power of Yahweh Shai, Shai, the prophets are bringing out the scriptures and relating everything back to the scriptures. Everything uh is flowing through this living water, through this book. All right.
Now, a lot of families were moving like to different, like dispersing their countries like in those years, but I can't remember, like I literally can't mind what was happening during that time. Like I literally can't remember why like so many like families were moving and stuff like that, but like I ended up here. But like the thing is, my family were moving about quite a lot around the UK, so like Scotland wasn't like the first initial. Guys, honestly, I love you Americans so much. Like I'm so happy that you're intrigued to know what it's like to live in Scotland and stuff, and you have found my TikTok and you have found other people's TikToks. So I've seen all your questions and you guys have so much, like you are so intrigued to find out so much, so I'll try to answer as much as I can. Like probably not in this video, probably in another video or something. But like let me just like kind of start off by explaining how I'm actually even here. So like I was born in 2003, so I'm 22 now. A lot of families were moving like to different, like dispersing their countries like in those years, but I can't remember, like I literally can't mind what was happening.
Right. So that was just a quick lesson. Going into the scattering of the Israelites, man. All right. So Lord willing, this is edifying and exhorting. I want to end off by giving all the glory, infinite praise and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders that do rule and teach well in this tabernacle of David that is being built up in these latter days. Peace, love, and salutation to the hopeful elect. Shalom.